gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this first conclave entitled Right Every Wrong, Social Justice in Action. One is tempted to ask at the very outset, when it comes to social justice, is there anything right in our country? If you look at the plethora of laws covering every aspect of human life, you would think that there can't be anything wrong. Our rulers and our legislators had their hearts in the right place. When the laws were being framed, there were laws in place to extend benefits to the poorest of the poor, to the marginalized, to the disabled, to the old, to the decrepit. But then, are these laws being enforced as they should be, with justice, with compassion? Are the benefits reaching those that are meant to? As Rajiv Gandhi famously said, hardly 10% reach the actual beneficiaries. So the first question we need to ask ourselves, the first wrong, if you like, we need to address is, why is this so? Is failure of governance the only reason? How about corruption, leakages, incompetence, negligence of duties, lack of political will, bureaucratic indifference? So as we can see, there are plenty of wrongs that need to be righted.
Ladies and gentlemen, there can be no invocation of your spirit or energy without a personal dedication. I ask you now to rise and take a simple pledge as we rededicate ourselves to the objectives of change and a better future. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.
iCongo also wishes to announce the National Awards for Social Justice and Action, which we call the Karmaveer Puraskar. But what really makes an award special? What really makes it sacred, in a sense, is the difference between a block of stone, which is transformed by the craftsmanship of a stone cutter, yes, into an idol, but then is anointed. And we at iCongo felt that the real heroes sitting over here would be the right people, and perhaps today the only people, who can actually transform the Karmaveer Puraskar into a sacred object. So please come and we will unveil the award.
There are too many wrongs and too few of us who have the determination to right the wrongs. But there are surely some wrongs which should be targeted first on a priority basis. And that is where I think law today comes in. There was a certain lawlessness in colonialism, and therefore law did not provide an adequate avenue for redress of wrongs and for righting every wrong. And yet, in that colonial predicament of helplessness, Mahatma Gandhi gave us a great talisman One that is well known and the other that is behind that talisman, and that is people's power. People's moral power. People's power to assert the truths of their convictions. The power of convictions themselves. The power of ideas. The power of justice. The power of movement. The power of mobilization. And the power of sincere, dedicated, consecrated effort in the cause of justice. Righting every wrong ought to be the motto of every society which wishes to achieve what has been guaranteed and proclaimed in our Constitution. The righting of every wrong is inscribed and etched on the rock of our Constitution. What is inscribed and etched on our Constitution is, first of all, the message of we the people. The Constitution proclaimed in the name of we the people. And we the people have such power, have such efficacy, have moral impact, that I think those objectives outlined in the Constitution can be achieved in a Gandhian way. Now those objectives are objectives of safeguarding justice above all. Safeguarding justice, economic, political, and social. Now, that is where there are many wrongs which need to be righted, many wrongs which call for being righted. We may have to make a careful selection of where to put the energies of the people and where to direct our attention, to which wrongs we must address our concerns in the matter of achieving a more just society. A more just society is a society which has the potential to change, not only to change ourselves but to change others. And that is where I think it is important for us to consider a whole list of wrongs, those wrongs which need to be righted on a priority basis.
Let us not yearn for an authoritarian system like in China or Singapore to change our culture and make us follow rules. It is an impractical idea for our diverse and democratic country. Governance by the people is what we want, and not more government. Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself, not as is done, is the golden rule of all religions. And be the change you want to see. You want to see, said Mahatma Gandhi. These are the keys to development of leaders as well as the creation of societies in which people respect each other and the environment that they share. The rules we make to govern ourselves and create order are a very important common property. It's our property. It's our shared property. The rules that we make to govern our own society. And anyone who breaks these rules, whether a minister, a neighbor, or myself, steals and destroys something that belongs to us all. Now, leaders do not have to be only those who have high positions in organizations and big titles, nor are necessarily leaders those who have the most wealth. Picture Mahatma Gandhi here, leading the people on the Dandi March. Well, it's a beautiful picture. He had no wealth with which to bribe those people to follow him, and he didn't have a high position in any organization. He'd given all that up. The stick he was carrying clearly was not to threaten anybody with, but to support his own tired body. And yet, millions followed him. A leader is he or she, let me put it rightly, politically correctly, she or he, who takes the first steps towards something that she or he deeply cares about and in ways in which others wish to follow without being threatened. Whereas those who wait for someone else to set the rules and set the example before they act are followers. You have started a movement in iCongo. It's your first year. But let each of us determine to self-govern ourselves first. And the three most important rules we must live by are, first, do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Second, respect the property that belongs to everybody, the environment, the common spaces, and the order in society. And third, use whatever privileges you have been granted, power, position, wealth, privileges that have been added by society to your personal few kilos of flesh and centimeters of height. Use these privileges to protect the weak from the strong and not to gain more for yourself. And with these three rules, we will create a strong, self-governing society we can all be